Alright, I know, you're a good boy. What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna address the elephant in the room right away. Why does Jackson look like this? Well, I kind of explained it in the last video. So long story short, Jackson had a bit of matted fur in his coat, and the best possible solution for that was just to shave it all off. That's okay, guys. I know you guys are saying like, this is a completely new dog. He looks like a Dalmatian now, but I assure you he is feeling good. He is a lot cooler, and I'm sure he's maybe even a lot comfortable. So you gotta get used to his look for now until his fluffiness comes back in. I just wanted to talk about why I chose to use a harness versus a collar for Jackson. Number one of the main reasons why I chose a harness versus a collar is just because it is a lot easier to walk and train, in my personal experience, with a harness. Especially at the start when I was training Jackson, he would always lunge forward. He'd always be very energetic and kind of lead the walks, as opposed to now when he would more often than not stay by my side. Harnesses was just a lot easier because the harness can prevent pulling, and in addition to that, tension would be distributed across the front of his body as opposed to just around his neck. I've heard a lot of horror stories about miniature dogs, miniature poodles. They have very sensitive necks, and actually from a collar, from that tension and pulling and leading, it could lead to breaking their trachea. So God forbid, I do not want that to happen. So I just went and opted for the harness, and ever since 8 weeks of age up till 8 months now, like, the harness has done wonders. We've had one harness, we got him an extra small when he was 8 weeks, and then he outgrew that by like 3 or 4 months, and then we opted for I think a medium. Now he wears a medium. So definitely recommend a harness just for training especially, and to prevent kind of lunging forward.
Sit. Good boy, it's okay. We need to get some video of your new appearance here. Show the people. Dang, Jackson, you look good. Your hair's still fluffy. Yeah. Do you like your sweater, man? It'll keep you nice and warm. Who is this dog? Jackson. It's okay, good boy. Let's go. Alright, ooh, great.
So another reason why I feel like a lot of people go for a collar than a harness is just for the fashion aspect. Like, obviously with a harness, it takes up a lot more of their body aesthetically, and for me, like, I kind of like the look of the collar just because I like seeing more of Jackson's fur. Obviously he doesn't really have any fur right now, but when he did have fur, he was a lot fluffier. It looked a lot nicer when he didn't have anything on, pretty much. And obviously a collar would minimize how much he is wearing. You know, at the end of the day, like, safety is a priority, and that is why I chose and opted for the harness as opposed to the collar. I do know there is a lot of people that use both. When I get home from either going to the dog park or maybe we're going to PetSmart, you know, I just take everything off, including the harness. Sometimes I don't, but for the majority of the time, I take everything off. It allows his body to breathe, and harness and obviously like other types of clothes, it could really allow for more matting to occur. So again, I do want to minimize that. Here is Jackson's harness that we've been using for, I think we got this when he was 6 months of age. So from 6 months to 8 months, we've been using this harness by Rabbit Goo. We got it from Amazon, and there was a lot of reviews on it. 5-star, I think 5 stars, 4.5. Oh, and another thing too, a lot of people use the collars for their tags, their personalized tags with their information, but for me, I kind of just attached it to the harness here instead of having to get a collar and a harness. The harness, they have a attachment here on the back and then also at the front. I attach his leash to the front here, and that is what prevents him from kind of leading and pulling and maybe even jumping. So yeah, definitely recommend a harness. But at the end of the day, guys, as long as you are very intentional and prioritize safety with your dog or puppy, you can't go wrong with either one. This is just my personal experience and what works for me. If you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button, as it really means a lot to Jackson and me. Tell your dogs you love them. Jackson, I love you. Thank you guys for watching and have an amazing day.